Hello, I'm Dr. Charlotte Middleton and welcome to Becoming a Dad. This video is part of a series of videos on common postnatal issues, recognising the enormous challenge of becoming a new parent. As a doctor and as a mother, I'm very aware of the impact that having a baby can have on a new father. This video will look at why being involved can be important for your baby's future and aims to have an honest discussion with real first-time dads. We'll also give some general advice and ideas on how to bond with your baby during this very special time in your life.
Fathers say hearing their child call them dad for the first time is an awe-inspiring experience. A child loves unconditionally and teaches you the art of unconditional giving. But while becoming a dad for the first time can be exciting, it also can be a very confusing and challenging time. You may have a lot of questions about what your role will be in the household now that there's a baby, how best to help your partner, especially in those early days, and the most frequently asked question, how as a dad can I bond with my baby? Well, as you will soon see, there are many ways you'll be able to help and bond with your baby. But firstly, why are dads important? Well, if the studies are anything to go by, being an active and involved father can contribute to the success of breastfeeding and reduces the incidence of postnatal depression. Fathers can also contribute to their children's social skills and overall intelligence by the time they reach their teens. Father-child closeness can also be a crucial predictor of long-term mental health. Good fathering has been shown to ensure that a child is less likely to have a criminal record later in life. And finally, a father's positive influence can improve a child's self-esteem, friendliness, and trusting others. So, what can you expect as a first-time dad? Well, the best people to hear this from are actual new fathers, as we see here talking with Rodrigo Latour, a psychologist specialising in parent-child attachment. They discuss the best and the most surprising and challenging things about becoming a dad for the first time.
So Paul, what's been the best thing about fatherhood for you?
Unconditional kind of love, trust that you get back from, I've got a daughter. Yeah, just that, just unconditional love.
All right, what about you guys? What's been the best thing about fatherhood?
I think the best thing is, being able to share it with your wife. It's a new thing for both of us, and just seeing the little one sort of develop.
It's just so rewarding in ways that you can't even think of until you get there, I think. That you've done other things in your life, your work in career, sport, whatever, your friends, but it's just a whole new world that opens up to you when you become a dad.
So what's been the most surprising thing about becoming a dad?
I think partly my level of tolerance. You don't realise just how little sleep you're going to get for the start. And that can be really challenging when you've not had any sleep.
At first is the level of apprehension is obviously quite high, but the confidence of actually changing a nappy, bathing your baby for the first time, knowing what to do, is that it all gets easier, and so it just takes time.
I guess before you become a dad, you've sort of set your mind to a career, or you want to travel and see the world, or whatever, and then this little person arrives in your life and everything just gets stood on its head. Your priorities change, your way of viewing the world changes, and this little person becomes the centre of everything, and you want to do everything for them, with them, and give them everything.
So what have been some of the difficult things, the hard things that you've had to deal with?
Yeah, I mean, sleep deprivation is definitely the worst thing.
I think the change in sleep pattern is certainly one of the toughest things. But again, you can sort of organise your time around that, and that's trying to sleep, during the night when the baby's asleep. I guess sometimes just trying to read your baby, trying to understand exactly what they need. Are they hungry? Are they tired? Do they have pain? But again, it's just a matter of being patient and just communicating with each other and trying to problem solve.
Look, there's ups and downs, as the guys have said. The lack of sleep and walking for hours, or pushing a pram around the block at 2 o'clock in the morning because the little one doesn't want to sleep. But it's then they smile at you, or laugh, or just look at you sometimes, and your heart melts, and everything's worth it.
So, you now know what to expect of fatherhood, but what can you do to actually enhance bonding with your baby? Well, firstly, a myth about child rearing is that women are naturally more nurturing than men. Research shows that men are inherently just as nurturing and responsive to their child's needs as women. The difference is that often women are the primary caregivers and therefore practice more. Men need to create more opportunities to practice being a dad, which will ultimately enhance the father-child bond. Some of the opportunities to do this are: pick up your baby when crying. Don't be afraid to help settle your baby with rocking, patting, or holding your baby close. Babies love hearing the sound of your heartbeat, even better if skin to skin. And remember, you can't spoil a baby too much. Help with breastfeeding. This may involve actually helping with position and attachment, or simply being close and catering to your partner's needs. Burp your baby, change nappies, and bath your baby. These all can provide essential bonding time between you and your baby. Some fathers find that being part of the daily routine, such as doing the nightly bath, gives them more of a well-defined role and makes them feel less of a third wheel. Take your baby for a walk. Not only will it give mum a break, but encourages essential one-on-one time with your little one. Just spend time with your baby. Your son or daughter will appreciate your undivided attention, whether it be funny faces, soft words, reading, massaging, or simply holding their gaze. And finally, if friends or family offer to help, take them up on the offer, but ask them to do things unrelated to the baby, allowing you maximal time with your child. Hearing from our new dads again, let's see what they have to say about all this.
What sort of advice would you give to other dads to be?
I think just to be patient, get involved, don't be scared, and it will get easier. And open communication. You need to communicate with your partner and problem solve together.
What do you communicate about? What sort of things do you talk about?
I think you got to say, I'm feeling tired. Are you feeling the same way?
Yeah, I think it pays to be honest and upfront with it.
Absolutely.
And not, I'd really say don't be too hard on yourself. Nobody's a superhuman, nobody's a super mum, nobody's a super dad. You're human, your partner's human. You're both going to be tired and grumpy and have had enough. But don't be too hard on yourself, definitely.
What I try to do is just do whatever I could, stay involved.
Right. Was that challenging for you?
I don't. It's not really challenging because you just accept. Okay, I can't breastfeed. I'm not a woman. I can't breastfeed. So it's something that you can't do. But you just try and do anything else that you can. Yeah. I was very keen to try and spend as much time with the little one in the early stages as I could. Try and be as hands-on as I could. So I just trying to find other things that I could get involved with.
Right.
So
such as,
bathing, walking, playing. Burping, all the other things that need to be done. I mean, it's not just the babies, although they do feed and sleep a lot when they're young. There's lots of other things that need to be done as well. So
yeah.
As highlighted by these new fathers, it's important that you actually invest in a relationship with your baby and look for opportunities to get involved. The more involved you are and the more emotionally supportive, the happier your partner will be, and she'll find it easier to cope with a newborn. Men whose partners are happy in their relationships tend to be happier themselves, and men who are happy in their relationship tend to be more involved in their fathering role. It is, however, quite normal to feel like you are not coping at times. Looking after a newborn can be stressful, and it's quite normal to feel down on occasion. If, however, you experience any of the following symptoms which you consider outside the normal over a 2-week period, please talk to your local doctor, counsellor, psychologist, or call the 24-hour parenting helplines available in most states. Feelings of isolation and mood swings with reduced interest from normally pleasurable life events such as eating, exercise, and social or sexual interaction. There may also be work-related problems and substance abuse as a way of trying to cope. Lethargy, anxiety attacks, loss of sex drive, difficulty in concentration, headaches and stomach pains, excessive sleep or not enough, and excessive loss of weight or weight gain. As well as talking with a health professional, remember too that other dads are often the best source of information and can provide much reassurance and support.
As you've seen, becoming a dad can sometimes raise many issues and concerns, but it's also a very exciting and special time of your life while you bond with your baby. Fatherhood can also provide other unique opportunities, such as enhancing your sense of purpose and responsibility, and can even improve your relationship with your own parents. It can also add grounding and perspective to your life, create a renewed and positive focus, and finally offers you a chance to invest emotionally and psychologically in shaping your child's future.